Alright, I'll be making homemade spaghetti sauce today. And I need a half cup of finely chopped onions. This is an awful big onion, so it's going to be a lot more than a half a cup. So what I'm going to do is chop it up. So some of it's finely chopped, and some of it's going to be more regularly diced, just diced for other recipes. Because I'm going to be freezing the onion. Let's see if I can get this here. Yeah. So let me just go ahead and I'm going to chop up this onion, and I'm going to cut off just enough to get about a half a cup finely chopped. Take the skin off here, and then the rest of it I'm going to dice. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Skin's being stubborn here. I'm actually multitasking. Okay, I got my phone here so I can know when my daily walk video for my Patreon supporters is ready. Alright. This is being stubborn here, the skin here. They got tornado warnings in Mississippi. I think my Gail shield is protecting Alabama. So, I hope anyways. It is windy out there though. I'm watching I've got the Weather Channel, but it's on mute, but I can kind of see the picture from here. Alright. There. Let's just go ahead and guesstimate here for about a half a cup. Let's see here. Okay. Half a cup would probably be about a quarter of an onion. That would be my guess. So if I want to finely chop it, so let's kind of do it. I have an idea here. That looks like right there would be about a half a cup. Okay. So I have an idea for this. Finely chopped, kind of like going real close. I don't have to follow the recipe exactly, you know. I know why they want to finely chop is because they want the onion flavor to get throughout the sauce. Alright, yeah. Okay. That looks like it's actually more than half a cup. Let's kind of like go this way. Make it a little bit finer. This way. All right, that's good. I can live with that. That's finely chopped enough for me. I can tell that's at least half a cup. So, and then what I'm going to do is cut this. I'm going to just mince these and put them and store them. So let me just turn the camera off for now while I take care of my onions. Okay, I also need about 2 to 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, which I want to prepare in advance. Before I start the actual cooking, I like to have all my ingredients assembled. And that looks like, let me see. I was right about this. This turned out to be exactly about a half a cup. So I was right. You can tell I'm an experienced cook here. This looks like it'll do it for me. Yep, let's go ahead and take the the peels off. This will be about 2 to 3 teaspoons, I can tell. Let's get all the skin. I don't want skin in there. That's gonna ruin it. I'm over here over my garbage can taking this skin off. All right. Get the skin off here. Yeah, get all that skin off. Yeah, get the skin off. My mother used to, even though she's Japanese, she used to make lots of Italian spaghetti. Though I think if I remember correctly, she was a pretty good time cook, but when it came to cooking from scratch, usually if it wasn't Japanese food, she'd buy like a ragu mix or something, you know, and take shortcuts. I'm really big into cooking everything from scratch. So that's just how I like to cook. Okay, looks like I gotta get this skin off of my fingers. I'll be right back. Okay, let's go ahead and mince that. I'm sure when that's done, it's going to be the perfect amount, like 2 to 3 teaspoons, I can tell. I used to cook authentic Italian cuisine, and we'll just take that out. That little brown spot in there. Just take that out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's make sure I got all the skin off. Yep. Now we'll just go ahead and mince it. It's really windy out there. I hear they've got tornadoes in Mississippi, and it does appear that my Gail shield is protecting me. I'm pretty sure those are Jesuit tornadoes or something they're trying to do. We haven't defeated the Jesuits yet. Lori McBride has come over to our side, but, you know, but Satan has still got some followers. Don't understand why anybody would want to follow him. He's so mean. Yeah, this will be perfect. And he's against true love. I don't know how anybody could side with somebody who's against true love. You say, how could he be against true love? Well, he's of the opinion that it's a fairy tale, and people who believe in it have this delusional need to believe in true love when it doesn't exist. Oh, yes, it does. It does exist indeed. That definitely looks like 2 to 3 teaspoons, I can tell. Yeah, this will do the job. Yep, there we go. All right. Yep, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and start going forward with the rest of the recipe now. Alrighty, we're going to get started here. We're going to heat the olive oil in a large skillet over medium heat. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Let me see what else I'm going to be using this for. Well, let's go ahead and use. I think I'll use this. Okay. Here we go. I'm a wash as you go person because sometimes I have to reuse some of these utensils. So I'm just going. While that's heating up, I'm going to go ahead and wash the tablespoon measuring thing. And when I make cooking videos, I try to assemble all the ingredients in advance so that the cooking video will go smoothly. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get that warmed up on medium heat. There, yeah, it's on medium heat. Yeah, that's medium heat. Add the onions and cook until translucent. sure I'm getting this. Yep. Let me see if I can, yeah, that's even better. Okay, and cook until translucent. Maybe I should have heated it up some more. Oh, it's starting to cook. I'll put it up on 6. Once it starts warming up, then I'll lower it. My walk video hasn't processed yet. I have my phone over here that lets me know. Okay. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sauce simmer for a while, because I noticed with Italian sauces, though I don't know if I would call this authentic Italian cuisine, but anytime you make something like a spaghetti sauce, I'm going to let it simmer for a couple of hours, I think, and that'll make it even better. That's how I did my chili, and it turned out really good. Yeah. Until translucent, not translucent yet. And I'll have the recipe, the link to the recipe underneath the video. I have all the recipes at my website. Boy, is it windy out there. Down to about 5.5. Okay, let's just turn it off, and I'll turn it back on when it's translucent. That's pretty translucent. Okay, the next thing you do, add in the garlic. Yeah, they put in the garlic later, because in Italian recipes you never want to burn the garlic. It kind of ruins the flavor, so you put that in later. I know that because I used to cook authentic Italian cuisine. This is not really authentic Italian cuisine, but it's kind of borrowed from it, you know, same principle. In fact, I'm already starting to burn some stuff here. Okay, so for about 1 minute with the garlic. Then remove to a bowl. Okay, then I have to remove all this stuff to a bowl. Okay. Yeah, let's get a bowl ready. One. Okay, let's just go ahead and, yeah, we'll take that out. Probably should use a spoon at this point. I'm putting it all in there. And say, why do they remove it to a bowl? Because, like I said, you burn these spices, it kind of ruins the flavor. That's why. I just know that. It's especially true. Yeah. Okay. Now, next, brown the meat. Now I'm using 93% lean meat, so I'm probably not going to have to drain any oil when I'm done for that reason. That's one reason I like using very lean meat. So, but if the recipe says to drain the oil when you're done cooking the meat, but if you're using 93% lean like I'm doing, you probably won't have to do that. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to brown the meat. Remove any excess grease. That would be true if you, that would be true if you're using less than 93%. Wow, man. Usually it doesn't stick like this. I wonder if it has something to do with the onions. Maybe I need more grease. The onions took all the grease. Alright, well once, it's not a super big deal because once you put the sauce in here, all this meat that's stuck to the bottom is going to come off. So let me just go ahead and get that. Oops, get that in there. I'm not following the recipe exactly. It called for a can of whole tomatoes, and I thought, nah. I'm going to go ahead and use chopped tomatoes or petite diced tomatoes. I didn't want to, so I'm not following the recipe exactly. In fact, I might modify the recipe. Then I'm going to put in exactly. I'm not going to use the recipe exactly as I got it off the internet. I'll give you the version that I'm doing, okay? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it turns out good, that's the one you want, right? I actually love spaghetti. I already cooked the spaghetti yesterday because I know how short I am on time. And I'm just going to microwave it and then put this sauce over it when it's done. And that's how I'm going to test it. I bet I'm going to let this simmer for a while. Well, if the recipe says to simmer it, I think I'm going to simmer it for about an hour at least. Okay, that's pretty good there. Alright, let's see what we do next. Okay, I don't have to remove any grease because there's hardly any there. Okay, add in the tomato paste and seasoning. 2 tablespoons tomato paste. There's 1 tablespoon. You know what I'm going to do with the leftover tomato paste? Because you can't freeze it. I already checked. I'm going to use it on top of a cracker. I bet it'll be good, man. Yeah. I'm going to refrigerate it and put it as a spread on top of my crackers and maybe with some cheese. I bet it's going to be good, huh? I hate to waste food, you know. That's the smallest can of tomato paste they had. I say you could double the recipe. Nah. It'll be good with it on top of crackers, I think. Man, I got that all over my fingers. I'm getting it off. There are advantages to having ready-made recipes. It's less messy. Yeah, but cooking from scratch tastes better. So I'm not going to... I just like to cook, I do everything from scratch. Okay, now let's go to what else do I throw in there now? Okay. tomato paste and seasoning. So that would be 1 teaspoon Italiano seasoning. 1 teaspoon Italiano. Here it is. Come on. Jesus told me to put them in these little things here. Here, that's a teaspoon right there. Okay. 1 teaspoon Italiano seasoning. 1 teaspoon dried oregano. Here's dried oregano. Yeah, that's good. All right. Okay. Lower the heat a bit. All right. Oregano. 1 teaspoon kosher salt. Well, I don't have kosher salt, so I'm going to use the Himalayan pink. I'm sure this will still be good. Himalayan pink. Is that a teaspoon? Well, that's a half. What is that? That's a half tablespoon, so let's go a little light on that. That'll work. I don't want to over salt this. That's good enough. Alright, that's good. If it needs more salt, I'll add it. Alright, alrighty. Black pepper, about 1/4 of a teaspoon. I'm going to do guesstimate here. That's good. Alright. I'm going to skip on red pepper flakes because I like my food kind of. Okay, so it looks like I got all the seasonings. Italian, oregano, salt, pepper. Okay. Stir and cook a minute. Put the temperature down to 4. Okay, that's about right. Stir and cook a minute. Okay, next thing you're going to do now is then pour in tomatoes. Oh, the onions need to go back in. Yeah. Yeah, they need to be back in too. Actually, that should have been done earlier. That's okay, I didn't mess up things too much. Okay, let's go ahead and stir it some more. Yeah. This is my first time making this version of it. But common sense just told me, hey, where are the onions, man? They need to be back in there. I remember they're reading the recipe, you know. Okay, yeah, that'll work. So we got that back in there. Okay. So I put the onions back in there. Tomato paste and seasoning. Now pour in the tomatoes. So all this needs to go in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Tomatoes. It said to use balsamic vinegar or Worcestershire sauce. I've got both. I think balsamic vinegar might give it a better flavor. Let's go really Italiano here. 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Where's my tablespoon? Yeah, this will work. That's good. Yep. The Italians love their balsamic vinegar. Okay. I'm sure Worcestershire sauce wouldn't be bad either. Okay, and brown sugar. I need about a tablespoon of light brown sugar. Let's see here. All right. I'm going to take it out of here. This is a half tablespoon. A little bit more. Yeah, I can see how that would add a nice flavor to it. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, let's see. In brown sugar, add about a half cup of water to the can to reserve any extra tomato sauce. Oh, to the can, huh? I already threw it out. I'm not going to worry about that. Break down the tomatoes. I don't need to break down the tomatoes because I'm not using that. Bring to a simmer and turn low. Oh, it's just about ready. Okay, let's go ahead and break it up. I mean, kind of mix it all together. This is a thick sauce. You know what? What I did though, when I made the pasta, I saved some pasta water, and I will throw that in here if I want to, if it needs more liquids while it's cooking. I might cover this too, even though the recipe doesn't say to do that. That's just common sense because this is already pretty thick. So I might cover it. Let me just go ahead and make sure everything is mixed real good. This looks like it's going to be good. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to cover this. Let me see if they say to cover it. That just, to me, is common sense. Yeah. But I know I'm going to have to mix it real good. This looks like it's going to be delicious. Smells good, I can tell you that much. All right, let's see what we do now. Okay. Make sure that all the ingredients in there. First time making it, yep, that's in there. I skipped the red pepper flakes. Tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, pasta water as needed. Okay, bring to a simmer. Break down the tomatoes with the, okay. And then turn to low until ready to serve. Okay, I'm going to put it down to low. Okay, I'd like to let it simmer for about 30 to 60 minutes. Actually, I'm going to let it simmer for an hour. Even though the recipe doesn't say to cover it, I'm going to cover it. Because I can tell it's going to get really dry on me, and I like my sauce a little bit liquidy. But let me just kind of mix it around here. Yeah. Okay. All right, that's good. I'm going to cover it. I can already tell this is going to be good. Let me get something to store this in. Put that. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to store this over here. Now, while I'm covering it, if I notice that it needs more water, I will put in pasta water like I showed you. Let me cover it. Yeah, this will work. Okay, there's the cover. All right, I'm gonna let it simmer for an hour. It's been about 45 minutes. I'm going to throw in a little bit of pasta water. I took the cover off just to look at it. And let's throw in a little bit of pasta water. I'm going to leave the cover off now. I think the pasta water is going to add a little bit of nice thickness to this. So, yeah, I'm going to leave the cover off for the last 15 minutes. It's on a low simmer. The pasta water will kind of act like a thickener, and that'll be nice. It'll give the sauce a nice consistency. So I'm going to leave the cover off for the last 15 minutes or so. Yeah, that'll be nice. You can hear the weather in the background. They're saying a wind advisory is in effect. Here is the finished product, and I'm going to go try it out and let you know what it is like. Okay. I'd filmed it earlier and I had a camera in the background that was making a bunch of noise, so I'm going to do this again. This is delicious. It's really good. I put some Parmesan cheese up on top. It's really good. Yep. So I will be posting this recipe at my website. So check the link underneath the video for how to make it. Good. All right.